You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15.
I'm so happy you're here today. I am, because we're getting to the end of summer here pretty soon, and then it's back in September, and then it's back to school, it's back to business, it's back. Thank goodness, I get so bored in the summertime. I do. I know I like the summer, but it's just kind of quiet, right? I'm a busy guy. Today, speaking of being busy, let's talk about productivity. More productivity 1 week at a time, and I really mean that. A week in advance. I talked about productivity about a week ago, and I'll do it a week later, about a week in advance. That's going to be a good show today. You're going to like it. A lot of good ideas for you. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day since 2006. We're averaging now about, 1.6 million downloads a month? That's a bunch. It's been growing like crazy. We made some changes. I did. I guess I made the changes myself. Last November, I guess, started kind of doing things a little bit differently, kind of stepped up my game to a more enterprise level of professionalism. Didn't work here anyway. But yeah, a lot of folks coming in. I appreciate you being there. And thank you for putting up with my antics every single day. And the Scott logic that comes out of this, I really mean that. I've studied a lot my entire life and continuously learning about 3 books a week. I've done that forever, constantly bringing in this information. And it's interesting. I just prefer to keep things really simple. I prefer to have fun with it. I prefer to just find a way to get your attention and to keep you involved. And hopefully it works for you. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Happy to have you here today. I did want to mention, because I haven't mentioned for a couple of weeks now, about my YouTube channel. Honestly, we just got to the point where I went on vacation. And it's a big commitment to create a video every single day. It's a lot going on there. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to take a vacation, come back, and then we'll start the YouTube channel. Best just to wait until we're ready to go. So any day now. It's coming up. I'm saying this actually before vacation because I did record this in advance, but we'll get to it after that. So thank you, though. If you'd like to see what's already there, just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/YouTube, and you'll see the old videos. There's 6 or 8 of them there from about 10 years ago, and they're pretty entertaining. Good content, but I'm young. I'm enthusiastic, too. You should have seen me 10 years ago if you think I'm enthusiastic now. Talk about being productive. More productive 1 week at a time. What if you could maintain never-ending momentum while you work toward your goals, no matter how long it took. Would that be cool? That's really key. Momentum, the big mo, as a lot of folks call it, is key here. It's just much easier to keep moving than to start moving. It truly is. I know a long time ago when I started this podcast, I used to have a program called Start Moving, Stay Moving. And I started thinking, I can motivate you to get moving. I can get anybody moving. There's no doubt about that. But very quickly, within, I'm talking weeks, I got feedback from my audience. I realized, oh, I got them going. Now what do I do? It's really hard to keep moving. So what if you could do that? What if you can keep that momentum going long term no matter what? Well, I dubbed this a long time ago in my productivity world. I dubbed it my MTM Rolling 7, Motivation to Move Rolling 7. I don't technically use that word anymore. I don't think. It was kind of silly when I made it up, but it made sense. A solution to get the life you've always said you wanted. Yeah, I'm talking to you, the one who said you wanted it or dreamed you wanted it. You talk to yourself, right? It's okay to talk to yourself. I do it all the time. Used to really do it all the time. Before I had a cell phone, back in the day, if you talked to yourself and you didn't have a cell phone, you just got caught talking to yourself. Nowadays, you can be in your car talking to yourself and they think you're on the phone. It's awesome. But you said to yourself, I'm the boss of me. This is what I want to do with my life. How am I going to do this? Why can't I get myself to do it? What am I going to find the time? Well, here's what I do. First thing you do, set your short-term and long-term goals. I'm not going to get too fancy with this. Short-term, a week. I don't think an hour is a goal. That's kind of a to-do list kind of thing. Maybe a couple of days. By the end of the week, I'll do this, that kind of thing. A short-term goal is something you can get done and wrap up. And a long-term goal could be anywhere from, let's call it a month to 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever you want. You need to sit down and write down a couple of those. How many do you write down? Honestly, I have 5 or 6. That's enough to keep me busy. I got a few things I want to do. They're on my mind, and I go after them and just run them down. And over time, I get them all done. And then I add more to the list. So not too many. Don't write a manifesto. Just write down some short-term and some long-term goals, things that are important, things you'd like to go ahead and get done today, things you'd like to put into place. That's the first thing. If you haven't done that at all, I can't help you. I can't help you get someplace if you won't tell me where you want to go. Write your short-term, long-term goals. Secondly, I want you to look into your past and all the things you've done in your past that you really enjoy, all your achievements, all your experiences that you've had, things you really enjoy, things you want to keep, things you want to defend. A lot of your current successes need to be maintained to keep your momentum. So if you built a good life, you built maybe a good household, you got a good job, you got money in the bank, stuff like that. If you got these things that you like, that you built over time, you've got your short-term and long-term goals, but now look at the things that you currently have that are working for you right now and decide how you're going to make sure they stay in place and you keep getting those as you pursue your new adventures. Now, this is all kind of setup. Very basic stuff. You're setting goals. You're seeing what you like about your life that you want to keep in line as you move forward. Now, when we look at those goals that we set earlier on, we're going to decide which ones are we going to activate. Because you're not going to activate every single one of them. And this is something that people get confused off often when I'm working with my coaching clients. They have a list of things they want to do. They're high energy people, high potential people that get out there and do stuff. And they have so much on their plate, too much choice, and they don't know what to do. So I say, well, which one do you want to activate? I use the word very purposely because it's activate, right? But it also stands out because people don't usually expect me to say that word. When I say, what goal would you like to activate today? They're like, activate. Wow, that's kind of cool. It's like flip a switch, make it happen. Yeah. So you have your short-term, you have your long-term goals. You know what you want to keep steady in your life. Which goals do you want to begin to activate now? Pretty simple stuff. So since next week begins this week, on Thursday of this week, I want you to make a plan for how you're going to defend, activate, and create your dream next week. Do it on a Thursday. Why? Because when we do it on a Thursday, we get to relax for the entire weekend. Nobody that listens to me ever gets to get up from the dinner table on a Sunday night, go up to their office, and stress out about the rest of their weekend while they get ready for their week. You do not get to do that when you listen to Scott. Not allowed, against the law. Do it on a Thursday. That's it. And on the Thursday, you're going to look at all the things that you want to do next week. Things you want to keep in your life really good. Things you want to activate and get moving. All your dreams are going to come true starting next week. Actually, it's a little sooner, by the way, because you get so excited you can't hold yourself off. That's it. If you will do that, then you're going to get up Monday morning, you're going to have a plan, and everything you do is going to move you in the direction of what you want. Oh yeah, you're still going to get the normal stuff done, and stuff's still going to get in the way. Oh yeah, you're still going to have to go shopping and complain about the heavy-duty prices over there. I mean, really heavy-duty. You need double shopping carts just to carry the cash in to buy your groceries these days, right? I'm telling you, you're still going to get all that stuff. But because you've done what I said, short and long-term goals, know what you want to keep going in your life, you know what goals you're activating now, today, you're going to get it done. And you're going to start moving forward fast. And you know what? I'll often say to people, they say, hey, Scott, what makes you happy? Ultimately, what makes me happy is the feeling I'm moving forward and in a flow state, and I'm not in neutral. I'm not stuck. I don't feel frustrated. What I just told you today, if you will focus on that mindset, it'll keep you moving in that future state where you're always moving towards your goal. And that's nothing but satisfying. It's so good. It removes all the frustration you may be feeling. I really promise you that. I've done this too long for myself and for other people. I know the answer to that when it works. All right, tomorrow, I want to move you into clutter-free living, because one of the things that I find with people often working together is that we got a mess to clean up. You just can't leave it behind. Sometimes you got to clean your mess up, right? Until you die someday, then you just leave it behind. It doesn't matter. You just leave it. Yeah. I have thoughts on that one. I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.